Hey, it's Benji from Small Business Elevator, and what I'd like to show you how to do today is how to add a menu for your WordPress site and how to configure it. So let's just dive right in. You can see that I've already navigated to Appearance and Menus, and this is what we have so far. Now, I already have a menu for my website, of course. Let's take a look here. You can see I have the same menu on top and bottom, and what I'm going to do is create a secondary menu, but this is what you would see if you were creating your first menu. Now, I'm fortunate in that the theme I'm using supports 3 different menus, but a lot of websites just support, or I'm sorry, WordPress themes just take one menu, and that's totally fine. So let's say you can see I already have one, and it's called Main Menu. And I'll show you how to create something like this. What I'm going to go ahead and do is create what I'm going to call the secondary menu. So you can see here I went to the plus, typed it in, and then said create menu. And now that I've created it, I have to assign it somewhere. Now, we haven't actually created the menu itself yet, like all the stuff that's going to go in it. But let's go ahead and put it somewhere. Now, I want it to go under the secondary menu. Now, it really doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it whatever you want, but we're going to call this the secondary menu. Now, if you look down here, we scroll down, we have 3 different options as far as things to add to our menu. We have custom links, which I'll tell you about in a minute. We have pages, and we also have categories. Now, as you can see, with categories and pages, there is it defaults to the most recent pages and categories that have been used. But that's not all the categories or pages that we've created. So what you want to do right off the bat is go to View All and View All here. Now, unless you have dozens and dozens, if not more, pages and categories, this should be fine. If you just have a regular website that has, let's say, 10 or fewer pages, then this should be just fine. Now, if you have more than that, you want to go to Search. You want to add as many as you can from what you can find here, and then go to Search and search for whatever page, whatever the name of the page is, and then go ahead and type that in. Here with categories, it's the same deal, and you can add them by just clicking or search for one. So I have just this many at this point, this many categories and this many pages, and I am just going to add all of them. And I am also, so this is going to, let's just do this one at a time actually. I've now added all my pages. Now what I want to do, since I already have a regular main menu, I'm going to delete some of these. You can see I'm removing home. I don't need about. I don't need testimonials. Let's say I just want these 5 pages on my menu, and I also want, and this is not for any other reason, I'm just adding these, I also want those categories. Now, categories, as you probably already know, posts are filed under categories. You have pages and you have posts, and when you are adding categories, you're actually allowing the user to click on that category listing and then actually be able to see all the posts that are in that category. So let's say I have 5 different posts that I've said go in the negotiation category. They will all, when you click on negotiation, they will all show up under there. So I can tell you more about that in different videos. For now, just trust me, that's how it works. So you can see we have all of these in just a row, and they're just arbitrarily put under there according to the order in which we put them there with pages and categories. Now, let's say I don't want them to show up like that. I want them in a different order. So let's say I want how-to videos first, and then I want podcast to go under that, and then I decide, you know, I want blog to be at the very top, and then I want these two to be each one to be a sub menu choice of blog. And you can see it's really easy to move things up and down. It's what's called drag and drop. So again, let's say I want these two to be sub-menu items. Well, it's very easy to do that. You can just drag it to the right a little bit, and it holds it there, it indents it, and now how-to videos and podcasts will be sub-menu choices of blog, and I'll show you that in a minute. Now you can see all of these go up and down as just menu choices, but let's say you want to get more specific. If you want to change the name on the actual menu, you go ahead and change it there. You can also, if you don't want it, you decide, let's say I don't want general on here, I'm going to take it away. You hit remove and it just takes it off. And then if you decide you do want it, you can come back here, add it to the menu, and it does add it back. It's really great functionality. And again, you can move this around. Let's say under general we're going to move all of these, and let's say I even want negotiation to be a sub menu choice of financial. I can indent that even one more time. So that's where we are with the menu. Make sure you save it before you do anything else, and we've already put secondary menu under secondary menu, so I've saved it. Everything's good to go. And one more thing before we go look at it, we haven't come to custom links yet. Custom links are basically you can make anything a link on your menu. So let's say I just want a link to Google, and we're going to call it Google. You can call it search engine, whatever you want. I add that to my menu. I decide I want that all the way at the top. I save it. That's ready to go. We go to our open window here, and I'm going to show you a quick little trick in a minute. But let's refresh, and you can see here's our new menu, and we have our two choices under blog, and if we go to general, you see our two choices here, and then this is our sub choice right here, negotiation. So super easy to do. And then if you decide, if you have more than one menu on here, you decide, you know, I really want this menu to go at the very top and this menu to go here, you can just switch those up right in this theme locations. Let's see, let's save that, and then refresh, and you can see it's switched them. Very nice and easy, and it even does it a little differently with this menu than it does for this one. So I promised you a quick little trick. Let's get rid of that window. Now if you come down here to the top bar, the top menu, you have Small Biz Elevator. This is the site. This is my site, obviously. And then you have Visit Site. Well, what I like to do is I like to work with this window open, and then I like to have another window open of the actual website. And if you were to click on this, it's going to open it in the same window. And you can go back and forth. That's easy. If you want to, you can actually edit this page if you want. But I don't want to do that because it's just too much going back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to Visit Site. I'm going to right click and open it in a new tab. And that way we have it in two tabs. You can do this in two different windows, but going from tab to tab is actually, in my opinion, a little bit easier. So that's it for WordPress menus. This is Benji Portnoy from Small Business Elevator. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.